Yo, yo. Good morning. Good afternoon. Good evening. How are you? Everybody good? Welcome to this Friday edition of Old Man Listens. It's going to be an interesting one, I think. Old Man listens to Doves, some cities. I'm still in the middle of waking up here. Had a long night yesterday, got to bed at like 5, 6, like I always do. Gabagool is here. Hi, Gabagool. Hi, Sidon. I bought a whole bunch of drugs yesterday. Like a bunch of edibles and magic mushrooms. Like I bought 4 or 5 different types of magic mushrooms. And I decided to do a big old mushroom cap. Got excited, you know? And fucking went on a rant that just didn't seem to want to stop. And I haven't had time to unpack all of that. It's like, Sam, what are you doing this show for? What the fuck is the point of the show? What are you doing anymore? You know that I'm not sure sometimes? It feels like the show is still changing to me. Took a bunch of phone calls. On the outside, I'm going to be talking about this because it's like, I think it does matter and it does kind of pertain to the evolution of the show. Well, it matters. I mean, it matters to me. I'm not going to assume that it matters to anybody else. Anybody who just came to hear the old man listen to an album might be disappointed because they're not invested in the rest of the show. But, coffee, delicious. I think it's fair to say that most of you here are invested in the show. It's not just the album that we play. It's the entire show. And the entire show is more than just music. And it always comes down to that balance of how much music, how much talking. How much nonsense? People are here for the music. Are people really only here for the music? There's a whole bunch of these things that come in, you see, because I figure yesterday was a good 90-minute, 2-hour mushroom rant. The show went completely off the rails. I think it's fair to say that. It's kind of weird. Listen, I got to tell you. What do you think personally, Sam? Did you have fun? I mean, if you ask me, right? If you just ask me straight up, Sam, were you good with it? Were you good with the show? You know what I mean? The answer is 1,000%. Yes, I was good with the show. I don't regret it. I don't have shame. I have no fucking shame whatsoever about getting hammered on mushrooms. Who gives a shit? You know what I mean? Like, to me, there's no shame in any of that. Big fucking deal, you know? If that's what we got to worry about, big fucking deal. I'm not worried about looking like a fool. You know what I mean? I've mentioned before that I think one of my superpowers is the fact that I don't care about looking like a fool. I don't care about failing. It's not that you want to fail, but I'm perfectly comfortable being uncomfortable. I'm perfectly comfortable just fucking wading in uncharted waters. And that's the thing that happened yesterday. And I mean, look, one of the reasons I'm talking about it is, number one, obviously, because I'm trying to unpack it, right? For myself. Number two, because you guys are the show, right? So the feedback is there. And number three, because I'm not altogether convinced that it was a bad move. I mean, there are things that can tell me that it's a bad move. I mean, fuck, we didn't talk music for how long? The show wound up ending like at 2 o'clock in the morning. Why? Because it's just I went on and on and on and on. Right? I decided I was going to take phone calls. What a shit show that turned out to be. Everybody fucking trolling me. Everybody. It was a freaking disaster in a lot of ways. But I think I'm good with that. Like, I think I'm really good with that. It was uncomfortable. But I was trying to make people uncomfortable. But why would you do that to your audience, Sam? Or for that matter, why would you do that to yourself? Why would you want to put yourself in a situation where you're uncomfortable? But you see, for me, it wouldn't be fair to say that I was purposely trying to bomb the show. I wasn't trying to bomb the show. It was more a question of being cognizant of the fact that these mushrooms were taking over my fucking brain, and the drugs were kind of like taking me into situations which may have made for some uncomfortable moments. You know? Because maybe it's unprofessional, because maybe I talk about cringy subjects, because all of that. But what happened is, once I realized it's like, you know, shit's getting pretty cringe. My reaction to that was not to stop. My reaction was to lean in and make it even worse. It's like there was a part of me that set out to fucking sabotage the show. There was a part of me that set out to make the show as bad as possible. Like, I wanted to I wanted... I don't know. I wanted to bomb. There's a lot of fun in bombing. To me. And I just stayed there. And I don't know what the hell it is. That's the part that's like, why is it that I just wanted to stay in that pocket? I wanted to stay in that uncomfortable pocket. I wanted to fucking bomb. I wanted to make people uncomfortable. Like the phone calls. Fuck, you can see some of the people that were phoning in were so fucking uncomfortable. So uncomfortable. And that's what I loved. I loved it. I really did. I had fun with it. And you're watching the audience, like the audience go down. You're watching people drop off. And you would think, this is terrible. And for me, it didn't feel terrible. It didn't feel terrible. I can't explain it. My entire thing, even from an art perspective, I swear, even from an art perspective, I was listening to this and I was thinking, stay here, Sam. Just stay in the uncomfortable zone. Fuck it up. Fuck up your show. Just stay. Make it as uncomfortable as possible. Make sure that you lose every new person who's tuning in for the first time. Make sure you lose all of them. Isn't that crazy? I mean, why would I do that? Why would I try to sabotage my own show? Why would I try to turn off potentially new people? Because I feel that I'm not sabotaging the show. That's why. I think that by sabotaging the show, I'm not sabotaging the show. By turning off people to it, I think I'm turning people on. Does that make sense? Like, if anybody, I'm comfortable losing listeners that were catching the show and like absolutely hated it. I'm comfortable with that. You know what I mean? Well, Sam, you're not going to grow a show like that. No, but I'm going to get personal satisfaction. You know, I'm not that, I'm not that averse to being uncomfortable. To me, it's better to make an entire show of it than to just reach a point where you say, it's like, you know what? I shouldn't have done this. Make a fucking show of it. Why? Motherfucker. There were a bunch of songs that needed to be played. I got to them at 2 o'clock in the morning. But Sam, you know that if you just stuck to the formula, you'd make more money, Sam. You'd have more requests. People are there for the music, Sam. Don't forget that. Don't forget that. But I don't want to be a slave to the format. Like, that's important to me. It's not self-sabotage. It feels like, I mean, it might look like self-sabotage. This guy's bombing on purpose. And to me, it's not like I actively seek to do that. But once you're there, fucking go for it. I have enormous love for fucking comedians who are comfortable being uncomfortable. Because there's a troll element to it. That's what it is, I think. I like trolling. I like fucking trolling. I like being the villain. I like doing all of that stuff. I like taking people into... I like using art. I like using the medium in a manner that's not necessarily used. Like yesterday, there was definitely... I would think, I mean, you guys know more than me. I mean, there's a car crash element. There's a complete fucking car crash element to when that happens. Like, you can catch it. You fucking reach a point where you can see it's like, this guy's gone completely off the rails. You can, like, he's lost the plot. He doesn't give a fuck anymore. And it's like, I do give a fuck. I do. But I don't. So what do? Do you take it and just put it back on track? Do you fight? And it's like, nah. I'm going to be a good little soldier and I'm going to do a great little performance. And it's like, or do you just go and say, hey, you know what? It's art. It's supposed to be an open format. I say all of these things because I'm still working on it. Because I'm not somebody who's just going to stop doing something if I'm not convinced that doing it is wrong. I still don't know what I'm doing with this fucking show. I don't. But yeah, yesterday was like a fireworks factory catching fire. I mean, you figure you got something right. Because I'm watching the entire thing, I'm turning over to Zoom and everybody's fucking laughing like crazy. Sam, you do realize that maybe that's not such a good thing. They're laughing at you. It's like, I might be okay with that. I might be fine with it. Does it mean, oh, well, you know what, the music has taken a backseat? No. Maybe the music takes a backseat sometimes at some points. Okay, well, so what? I mean, does it make the job more interesting for me? I mean, in the end, yeah, I can talk about personal satisfaction. I can talk about personal happiness. Does it make the show better? Maybe not. Certainly the people who come here just because I have amazing records and they just want a straight show because they want to listen to the straight goods, they want to listen to the music, they want to come here, they want to learn, and that's it. I know that if I put on that show, I'm probably going to be more successful at attracting a streamlined type of audience. But what happens then? Maybe I'm going to be unhappy. I don't want to be a slave to my job. Does that make any sense? But Sam, how can you be a slave to a job that you love? You can be. Because if you start losing yourself in it, then it's kind of, no, you're not supposed to do this. You know what I mean? If you start, the boundaries are supposed to be there, okay? The boundaries that you set, the boundaries that I set for the show or whatever, are supposed to be there. They're supposed to be signposts, though. They're not supposed to fucking put you in a maze where it's like you follow the same maze over and over and over and over and over again. Because the minute it is that I start doing that, it starts feeling wrong. The spontaneity matters. The danger matters. You can't stay in safe lanes all the time. Am I unsure about the show, Pale Companion? No. I'm not unsure about the show. I'm just trying to unpack why it is that I'm not unsure about it. I'm not about to stop doing it this way. Does it mean that I'm going to pop a bunch of mushrooms now and go through the same fucking thing? No, that's not it either. Because people, then you're going to start attracting people that come over here and they expect you to go off the rails. That's, oh, well, you know, you don't know. Yeah, but it's like you can't be that way either. Expectations, I think. I'm just like, I don't like expectations. Because I won't be happy. There's already so many things that you have to be there, right? There's so many things that you have to be there in life. You have to be reliable. You need to just kind of like get it done because it needs to be done. There's already so much of that. So much fucking structure. So what am I going to do? I'm going to take a show where it is that I'm talking and playing music and interacting with people, and I'm going to fucking structure it to the point where it feels like I'm doing the same fucking thing over and over again. Is that what I want? Because that wouldn't be honest. That would be disingenuous. It might be good for the show, quote unquote. Keeping things on track might be, quote unquote, good for the show because it makes it easier to follow. Certainly a new person will come in and they can follow it a lot more if they know what to expect. But to me, the fact that I don't even know what to expect is what makes it special. To me, the fact that I come in and I don't obviously for an old man like this, I know what I'm going to play, right? We're going to play Doves. But I mean, let's say the evening shows, the fact that I don't even know what I'm going to play. I don't go in with a set list. I don't go in with something to talk about. I don't go in with notes. I don't go in with any of that. I go in completely. I turn on the camera. Hey, how's it going? And we talk. What are you going to say, Sam? We'll find out. I mean, sure, you could have an idea of, okay, I'm probably going to touch upon this subject and I touch upon that subject, but I don't go into it too much. Instead, I prefer unpacking all of the information and seeing it happen as it happens. Taking the time, being uncomfortable with it, knowing, watching your thoughts evolve from a general thought to something a little bit more precise, like a therapy session. I think I use the same process when I talk about the show, when I talk about what I do. I think that I use the same process to work out my ideas as I do through therapy. In other words, I just go in. I know that I have so much time. I don't fucking plan it. I just talk and talk and talk and talk and talk, and your ideas are there. And the fact is that if it comes out of your mouth, it's relevant because it's your mind that came up with it. Even something that seems completely haphazard, it still came out of you. You understand? I trust spontaneity because spontaneity isn't just something that comes out of the blue. It's never something that comes out of the blue. It still springs from you. So Gladdick yesterday, for example, in the middle of this whole thing, Gladdick, by the way, I loved that move. I did love that move. Okay? He caught me right when the mushrooms started kicking in. Okay, so I was still doing music, but I didn't go completely off the rails yet. And he put in a tip. He just brought in a thing. He said, quick, Sam. First song you think of right now. Quick. I liked that. I fucking liked that because I took that as, yeah, let's go. Let's do it. I didn't try to play, oh, let me play a good song. Let me play a song that seems relevant and started thinking about it. He threw something at me and it's like, boom, let's go. And I played a song, I still don't fucking know why I played it. I wound up playing B-52's Dance This Mess Around. Janice wasn't even there. It's her song, not mine. But that's what it is that I wound up playing. Yeah, Campbell, I think you do understand it. It's just there's a certain weirdness, there's a stream of consciousness, because I think stream of consciousness is weird, just in general. Okay? I think that if people allowed themselves to just really work without a safety net, they might wind up feeling safer. You remove the shackles, you wind up redefining your own fucking boundaries, and what you wind up finding out is that there's a whole ton of space there that you can feel comfortable about that you didn't even know existed. Being in that space where it's kind of like your feet, you know, you're swimming, but your feet aren't touching the bottom of the lake. That's the place. Isn't that where it is that art's supposed to happen anyway? So whenever it is that I'm uncomfortable, to me, I tell myself, that's where I need to be. Sometimes you don't want to go with just uncomfortable. Sometimes you want that. But every part of the show can't be fucking scripted. I mean, I know what all of that means. What it means is that I shatter my own expectations, my own preconceived expectations of where this show is going to be. I don't see this show ever becoming huge. I'm not sure that I do anymore. I mean, I wish it did because I think that it's good enough to do that. But I'm not sure there's enough people who will get it. Okay? I just don't think that there's enough. I don't know if Candita's here, but Candita basically gave me my fucking, like, I owe her. The minute it is that she said, Sam, you know what, you're my favorite dive bar. Your show's my favorite dive bar. That made me, that crystallized things for me. It's like, yes, I think that's what it is. I like the dive bar. But the dive bar, who's going to go to the fucking dive bar? The same people who go to these fucking little barbecue shacks and buy the t-shirt. Oh, like, you know, it's like I'm going to find the best barbecue in Texas. I'm going to find the best barbecue in Detroit. And they go to these little places or these dive bars and they buy the fucking t-shirts or something like that. Like going to Schwartz's, for example. Like over here, you go for a fucking smoked meat, you know? Or for Fun Electric, or when it was open, fucking CBGB's type of thing. You don't find CBGB's anywhere. There's one place. And you go. And the reason it is that CBGB's becomes an iconic place is specifically because you gotta go to it. And there's not a lot of place. It's not Madison Square Garden. You gotta go in there to experience the fucking dirty bathrooms, the shitty atmosphere, the shitty bands, the shitty audience, everything. You gotta go there. And I think that's one of the things that I like about the show. That's what it fucking works to. Okay? You got to come to the show. You got to come here. You got to discover the show. There's something real about that. The other part about me bringing the show to people, me presenting the show, hey, look at what we do, presenting the show, I'm not sure that that's going to work. Yeah, you see the marketing and stuff like that. I'm not opposed. Can I tell you something? This may surprise you. I'm not opposed to marketing the show. I'm not opposed to some public relations campaign to bring visibility out to the show. I'm not opposed to any of that. I'm not opposed to people knowing this and making sure that more people are aware of my little dive bar. I'm not opposed to this. That's the entire thing. That's the entire premise that started me with the idea of Old Man. To open it up to a much bigger audience. The possibility. But I'm not going to cater to a bigger audience. And there you go, Alonzo. You understand perfectly. The show can't be fucking marketed without selling it out. You understand. So how do you do that? How do you say, hey, we're here? Okay? Because when you're marketing, what you're doing is you're marketing good elements, right? I'm not sure that I'm marketing anything necessarily good because there's a lot of the show that's not good. It's bad. But I don't want it to not be bad. Does that make sense? As much as I'm 100% committed to what I do, okay? I talk about my 10,000 hours. I talk about being a professional. I mean all of this. Believe me, I do mean all of this. But I do also mean within the parameters of I gotta fucking be able to be bad. I want to be bad. It's not a question of, oh, you gotta be dangerous. You gotta be edgy. You gotta do all of that. No. It's a matter of you don't fucking know where life is going to take you. You don't, man. So you just go for it. You know? So, when it is that I do something like decide to take 1.5 grams of mushrooms, and then completely fucking go nuts. Yeah, that's the fucking point. You know why? Can I tell you why? Cringe, uncomfortable. Sorry, I blasted a fart. Can I tell you why? Because at no point am I ever worried about drowning. I'm not worried about it. You're going to do something that's so fucking bad that you're going to fucking kill everything. I'm not worried about that. You know? Like you see some of these guys, they do these shows and all of a sudden 10 years down the line you realize that they're fucking white nationalists. You realize that they're racist fucks. You realize that they're child molesters. You realize that they got caught. None of that shit's going to happen with me. I don't have that in me. I don't have hatred in my heart. So it's like I'm not worried about what I might do. I'm not. I don't have that in me. So wherever it is that I might go, I might be uncomfortable. It might not be it might be all of that, but it's like I'm comfortable with all of it. You know? Not sure if that makes sense or not. And unfortunately for all of you guys, one of the things that you gotta have to see me do, one of the things that you will catch me do on a very regular basis is question the entire format. Question why. Why? It's just it's something I'm always going to do. Until I get the answers. But Sam, you know, maybe that's not something you should be doing on the show. Maybe that's stuff that you should be doing off the show, and you should save, you know. You shouldn't show the scaffolding. People aren't there for the scaffolding. They're there for what's behind the scaffolding. I'm not sure that that's the answer for me. So what am I supposed to do? I'm supposed to put everything under a fucking blanket because it's under scaffolding? Or maybe the entire point to me is to show the scaffolding, and we're not there, and it's ugly. It's underneath, though. What's underneath? You know what I'm saying? I prefer the I prefer the imperfect parts. I really, very genuinely prefer the imperfect parts. It's who I am. See? And why would I do all of this? Campbell, you're bringing up another point again. Because you say that you like, as much as you enjoy the stuff that you do like, you appreciate the new stuff that you don't like. That's why. That's why. Because the minute it is that I start worrying about what you like, I'm fucked. I'm fucked. I'm not going to be happy anymore. If I start thinking about, I got to do what they like, I'm fucked. To thine own self be true. You have to be. Okay, well, Sam, if I have to be true to my own self, then why would I show these other elements which can only harm the show? Maybe. Because I'm not convinced that they harm the show. Because me losing my fucking mind the way it is that I did yesterday, doing the whole thing, getting on the telephone for 45 minutes, an hour, and just answering calls. Don't even fucking know what's on the other line. Don't know what's going to be thrown at me. Obviously, you got the fucking, people like Mud saying stupid shit. And then you got people who are trying to have a conversation with me, making them uncomfortable. Who was it that I got on? Somebody was talking to me. Who was it that was talking about, who the fuck was he talking about? John Hassel or something like that. And I just kept him on, and it was clear he wanted to get off the phone. He wanted to, Gazebo was a bit uncomfortable. I'm wondering if Gazebo woke up this morning and saying, I wonder if I crossed any boundaries with him. Think on it. Think on it. Think on it. You ever think that maybe you're crossing boundaries? If I made him uncomfortable, good, I'm happy. I love it. I fucking love it. Deal with it. If you're fucking worried about it, then deal with it. Good, I'm glad that I made you uncomfortable. Why? Because if I really didn't like you, I would have thrown you out. That's why. So as uncomfortable as you are about the fact that you maybe said something that made me uncomfortable, please rest assured that if you really made me uncomfortable, if you really did something that I wasn't comfortable with, you wouldn't be here. You'd be gone. So it's all good. Because maybe making someone uncomfortable is part of the entertainment for me. But why would you do that to a person? Because the person has to be in on the fucking joke to begin with. And if you're going to find people who are really embarrassed by this whole thing, or really find it uncomfortable, then that's not the audience. So why should I make the show safer for people that aren't on the audience to begin with? Cringe, motherfucker. It's real. It feels more real to me than fucking being safe all the time. Who was it that I just started asking, what do you like? What do you enjoy? What are your hobbies? He's like, I like to work. And I just fucking kept him on the line, and I was doing it on purpose. I think I kept him on the line 20 minutes, half an hour. I kept him on a long time. And it was so fucking clear. I could feel he was uncomfortable. Izano, yeah. I could feel he was uncomfortable. I could feel he's trying to get off, and I won't let him off the hook. There was a couple of occasions like that yesterday where you could feel there were some people who just wanted to get off the fucking phone. It's like, okay, Sam, I'm going to let you go. No. Stay. Tell me. Yeah. Yeah, Les. Les got pretty cringe too, eh? But I love it. Is it the right answer? I don't know, guys. How are you going to build an audience when the headline says, old man listens to Doves? And nearly an hour into the show, you haven't mentioned Doves once. Because the people that are here know that the show isn't just Doves. There's a radio show, and during this radio show, we're going to play a Doves record. That's the way it goes. I think this show breaks the record for saying the word uncomfortable. Is it, though? Do I overstate it? Maybe. So, well, Sam, if you overstate it, maybe what you need to do in order to have the right answer is to stop overstating it, to just stop talking about it. It's like, well, that wouldn't be the right answer if I feel like talking about it. If I don't have the answer, if I haven't broken through with my own ideas, if I'm still working it out. So what if it's in between? People need it to be either this or that. They need to have a definition for things. How about if it's not? How about if it's just a constant flux? Maybe that's the show. Maybe the live element is exactly the point. It's in constant flux. You don't know. So, there is a part of me that says I might be sabotaging my own show. There's a much bigger part of me that doesn't believe that. There's a much bigger part of me that says, keep doing exactly what you're doing. You're going to understand it. You're going to understand what you're doing a whole lot more. And just by sheer virtue of the fact that you're doing it every single day, working at your craft every day, fucking putting in your hours, doing all of that, you're eventually going to find very slowly, very organically, marketing can't help. Because marketing is going to fail. Whatever it is that you market this show as, I can't deliver. I can't deliver. But slowly but surely, you know what happens? You keep the same fucking address to your bar, your dive bar. It's the same geographical location. It's there all the time. But more people know to find it. More people wind up coming to visit, then the lines get longer. To me, that's the long-term thing. And in order to do that, you know what it is? You got to suffer for it. You got to fucking do it for 10 years. You got to give into it so much that you gave people a chance to realize just how shitty your bar is for 10 years. Enough to have just a bunch of people that say, you know what? That's exactly what I love about it. There's no fucking pretense. There's no nothing. It's shitty. It's home-cooked meals. Affordable prices on the beers. Affordable prices on the jukebox. And I know that the guy cooking my meal is being honest, whatever it is. I know he's not going to spit in the food because he has too much fucking respect to spit in the food. He has too much respect, not for you. He has too much respect for just humanity in general, number one. And number two, he has too much respect for what he does. No matter how crazy it seems, he has too much respect for himself and too much respect for what he does in order to spit in the food. He won't do that. So that's something that you know is not going to happen here. I'm not going to spit on my show. Although it seems like I might be spitting on my show. On the other hand, if the cook is grumpy, he's grumpy. And if you're going to try to talk to him, he's going to be fucking grumpy. He's going to keep doing his job, but he's having a bad day. Wow. That sounds unreasonable. But you see, when it is that you do this kind of thing, you serve people. You guys know, anybody that fucking works in the service industry, anybody that works around other people, you're not allowed to be grumpy. You're not. You're not allowed to be imperfect. Because you are being paid to represent something other than yourself. And that's something that I never want to do. I don't want to be a representative of anything other than myself. I don't want to be a representative of my radio show. I don't want to be representative of my brand. I don't want that. A brand happens no matter what. But the minute it is that you start branding yourself too much, you lose the magic. It seems to me, at least. Maybe I'm wrong. Could be. Now look, I tried to get Andy Williams over to come to the show. It didn't work. I'm not upset about it either. I mean, the dude's got his thing. You know? But that's one of the things, that's one of the conclusions that I've come to at the end of the year. It's like, well, why would these guys come on? I mean, what are they going to do? They're going to come on because there's 37 people on fucking Twitch and 16 people on YouTube. So what do we have? We have 50 people watching? Did you ever think that maybe these people think it's a waste of time? Oh, what I'm going to do is I'm going to appear. I'm a fucking musician. I'm an artist. I'm not getting a big audience. This is not exactly good for anybody's career. I'm playing an album that's been played a long time ago. They're not trying to sell the album. There's no marketing opportunity here. And guess what? Even if they did have a new album, it's the worst place to try to market your motherfucking album because it's like it's a dive bar. It's not Madison Square Garden. It's small. It's small. Roerta, I know that they're going through a hard time. I know they canceled all their shows. I know that Jimmy has mental health issues. I know all of this. And I'm okay with it. I'm not upset, not even close. I think Andy's my friend. I feel that way about him. I feel affectionately. But maybe it's unreasonable for me to think, hey, you know what? Come to my little corner of the world. It's unreasonable maybe to think, hey, you know what? A member of Mastodon, come over to my little corner of the world. Come and talk to 50 fucking people. You know? Maybe it's just completely unreasonable for me to think, hey, you know what, Phantoma? Come join me. Guess what? We're going to be 50 fucking people. It does absolutely nothing for you or your career. It does absolutely nothing other than take up your time. And on top of that, when you come over here, wind up staying for a couple hours. So all you're doing is wasting your time practically. I mean, why? Why would they do that? I'm sure they have other things to do, especially when they don't have any emotional attachments to this dive bar. Why? It's not good for your fucking community. It takes up your time. So you please understand that when it comes to that, the way it is, the trajectory that I thought might grow the show, I don't think is going to grow the show. I don't think that's going to work. Because I don't think that we have anything to offer. I mean, that's not me shitting on the show. I think I'm comfortable with the fact that we don't have that to offer. I am. But I don't think that we have an audience to offer. I don't think that we have music. I don't think we have anything to offer anybody other than what's here. We don't have... We're not good marketing. We're poor marketing. There's not enough of us. We're nothing. It's like trying to fucking invite Bongo to your fucking Thanksgiving dinner. Why the fuck would he come to your house? So it's like, why the fuck would these people come to my house? Maybe it's me. It's me who's got to be thinking, you got to be out of your fucking mind. Why are you even asking? Why do you even ask? Because there's that 1 out of 1,000 people, 1 out of 1,000 bars, people who prefer the fucking dive bar and they'll like it. That's why. The dude from Low. I don't expect I'm ever going to see him. I'm not going to push for it either. Not anymore, I'm not. That's like, who am I kidding? I don't got anything to offer you, dude. What are you going to do? You're going to come and talk to my people? Like, why? Why would you do that? You might sell 2 records, maybe? You know what I mean? I bought the Overkill box set recently. I have a connection at Atlantic. I could have waited to get it for free. I could have done all of that. It's like, wait a second, but why? Why would I give them work to do and all the rest? It's like, I went out and I bought it. It's fucking easier. I'm going to get the records faster if I just buy them. I tried to do the Mastodon thing. I tried to fucking do a listening party on the day and get the record and everything. It was an absolute fucking disaster. You know why it didn't work? I can tell you exactly why it didn't work. Because we don't matter. We don't matter. For up and down, we don't matter. That's the truth. Mastodon's management see our numbers is like, well, why the fuck should they waste their time talking to 3 people? Because it's really fucking good and there's nothing else like it. Yeah, but they don't know that. Like, seriously, why would they waste their time? And then it begs the question, why would I waste my time even asking or trying? Because I think it's good. That's why. Because I think what we have here is good. And I completely realize that there's only a very few people who will understand it, but I think that my dive bar is going to be here forever. And the ones that you find, you're going to find. They're going to be good. That's why. Because I'm not going to ask the same fucking question over and over again. Because I might be combative. Because I will fuck with you. Most people don't want that, though. That's absolutely the fucking long way. That's the long way. But it's just I realize that I can't do anything other than the long way. There's no shortcuts for me. There's none. The minute it is that I see a shortcut, I fucking sabotage myself. Because it's like, no. I don't know. I do know that it feels right. When I ask all of these questions, I don't get completely uncertain of myself. It's no. Instead, I realize that this is a puzzle that you figure out and you just fucking put the pieces. It's just, I'm okay with the fact that the puzzle ultimately is never finished. I'm okay with the scaffolding. I'm okay with the scaffolding. And why would anybody come to a show with fucking scaffolding? You understand? An artist wants the fucking clean tables. An artist wants all of the stuff to be good. An artist wants enough eyeballs. An artist wants all of these things. I don't fit in this industry. I don't. This format, what we do, we don't fit. We don't fit. We don't count. We are not relevant. We don't move the needle enough. So maybe I should just stop trying altogether. That doesn't mean that I lost. It just means it's a waste of time. So then why don't I just give it the fuck up and just like, stop, Sam. Just stop trying with the industry. Stop. It's not going to work. There's 2 answers to that. Number one big thing that I've gone towards is I've actually gone towards exactly that conclusion. Just stop, Sam. Enough. It is not worth the trouble of trying to coordinate all of this. Buy the record and that's it. And do your thing. And then there's the other part. That's not hopeful. It's not hope. It's me knowing that what I do is fucking good. This is good. This is relevant radio. It doesn't matter. You don't need 1 million people to make it relevant. Everything starts in someone's bedroom. Kurt Cobain started playing guitar in his bedroom. Jimi Hendrix started playing his guitar in his bedroom or in a garage. Everybody started. They picked up. You know what I mean? It's not the stadium that makes the event. And if it's the stadium that makes the event, you know what you're going to do? You're going to attract people who are going to the event simply because they want to watch something. They want to go to an event. They're not going necessarily for the band. They're going for the event. And being in the stadium is part of the event. But I can't sell you that event. I don't want to sell you that. I can't because it's not real. Not to me it isn't. I got scaffolding on a regular basis. I'm under construction on a regular fucking basis. None of it makes sense. Things go off the rails. Things are messy. I talk about shitting my pants. You never know if I'm being serious or not. Did he really shit his pants or is he just saying it? Now, why would I tell you that? Theater of the mind is what this is. Does the fact really matter? Do some variety in the middle of my show, like talking about my top 10 Tool songs. I would rather fucking impale myself on a rusty barbecue fork than do a top 10 anything. Top 10 Tool songs. Are you fucking kidding? You know what happens if I do that? I'm going to attract a bunch of Tool fans. I'm going to be in a dive bar filled with douchebags I don't even want to serve. Do you understand what I'm saying? So in other words, I gotta fucking, like, the dive bar is there, but I gotta want to be in the dive bar. I want my dive bar full of people that I want there. I don't want a dive bar full of fucking douchebags. Because I gotta hang out with you. So I'd rather speak to 37 people that I like rather than 100 people and the other people I don't fucking know. A bunch of douchebags, hangers on. I don't like those people. I don't want to work for those people. I don't want to work for them. That's why. Because to me, in my own idea, that's selling out. Show people the scaffolding. Show people the fucking crust of who you are. If they stick around after that, you've already weeded out a whole lot of fucking people. A ton of people. There's a whole lot of people that will never go to the hole-in-the-wall restaurants, the hole-in-the-wall diners ever. They're not clean enough. They're not pristine enough. The fucking skanky fucking Indian restaurants I go to, there's not a lot of people I know who would go with me. But I know the people who would go with me. Those are my friends, though. If I want to go to fucking Caribbean Curry House, I can't take a lot of people to Caribbean Curry House. I can say generally, I can say generally that anybody who doesn't like the idea of having a fucking goat roti with me at Caribbean Curry House, this little mom and pop hole in the wall, is probably not the kind of person that I would have dinner with. It's not about the food. You know? Some people need the hotel room. They can't fucking sleep in the hostels. I'm not sure I can sleep in the hostels anymore either because I just can't sleep. But I certainly don't need the fucking room service. I certainly don't need a room with the fucking bed sheet corners and all. I don't need any of that. Give me just a fucking space. Give me a clean bed to sleep in. Give me a clean bathroom to wash myself in. I don't need anything fancy. You know? So at the end of the year, and maybe it's because it's December, it's the end of the year, so I'm starting to put... Sorry, I had to fart. So I'm starting to put my ideas together a little bit. You know? Take stock of the year. What went right? What went wrong? I don't think anything went wrong. I think everything went right. I think that my expectations were wrong. I think that I think that there's a certain amount of self-delusionment to what I do. There's a little part of me that always thinks this could be huge. It could. I'm not even sure that it's delusional, and I don't even think that I'm absolutely certain. I don't think that it's because, I don't think it's an ego thing either. I think it's because I truly believe that it's good. Despite the scaffolding. Despite the tons of cringe. Despite the uncomfortable, I think it's good. That's why. But Sam, it can't be good if like 9 out of 10 people say it's bad. It's like, no, you're wrong. It can be good if 19 out of 20 people say it's bad. It can still be good. All it means is that you got to find that 1 out of 20. I wouldn't do top 10 anything. Top 10. Fuck you and your top 10. I talked about this a little bit yesterday. You know what would be good for a show? Can I tell you what would work for a show? You know how it is that I'd bring the people in? Do a year-end show. Let's do a best of 2021 show. Put it in the title, best of 2021. And what I'll do is I'll come here and I'll speak for 3 hours on the best of 2021. But it wouldn't make me happy. But that's the answer, though. That's what's going to make it successful. Do that. You didn't notice the minute it hit December 1st, everybody started with their end of the year lists? Everybody. That's the fucking thing to do. That is the right thing to do because that's what people would like. I know that that's what you would find cool. I know you'd find it cool. I know a lot of people would find it cool. But you know who wouldn't find it cool? Me. What if I don't feel like playing just 2021? What if I feel like playing fucking Zeppelin 4 at that particular time? Oh, but Sam... So I would lie to you. Even if I say the best of 2021, I would lie to you. That's not the way the show's going to go altogether. My titles are complete false advertising. I've been talking, what, an hour and 15 minutes. Old man listens to Doves. How many times have we mentioned Doves here? Everything I do is fake news. You have a year in review. Everything that I listened to this year. Then that means that I got to kind of like think about it. That means that... How do you even market that? If I knew somebody who knew how to do all of this and say, hey, you know what? I know how to take all of this and present it, at least provide you with a bigger potential audience, a bigger pool of people to choose from, I'd say, yeah, go for it. 100% go for it, no problem at all. To me, that would not be selling out. It would be selling out if all of a sudden I adapted the show to fit with that strategy. That would not fucking work. You guys are the community, man. You have ideas, bring them forth. I try to give you guys the tools. I'm just about ready to listen to the music. I want you to do your thing, Barbarian. If you want my ideas, you'll ask, but I always want you to do you. Listen, that's the whole thing. I'm good with ideas. You can throw the ideas out 100%, always. Always. Keep throwing them out. Doesn't mean I'm going to listen to them. I'm not afraid of ideas. I just have this thing inside me that it's deeply important to be authentic. It's deeply important to be real, even when real isn't good, even when real isn't popular, even when real isn't pleasant, even when real is uncomfortable. You got to be real. That's, to me, those are ideals worth living and dying for. Don't fucking adapt for other people. Don't. Yeah, but Sam, that's the world. Maybe you're just not accepting. It's like, maybe that's your world. Maybe I prefer all of the things that I lose because I choose to be how I am. Maybe I prefer it this way. My God. Ah, man, the farts, man. It's craziness. Algorithms. Listen to me. Do you like what we do? Can I tell you the best way to fucking be a part of what we do? You want to know how it is that I care about you? Become a patron. That goes for you too, pour nous. Frenchman, pour nous. Do you like what we do here? Become a patron. Support what we do. That's how it is that you'll know that you'll get my attention. That's how it is that I'll know that you're real. If you're one of the 831 people who fucking pay $2 or $5 a month to be a patron, then I know that you accept the show for exactly what it is. You don't expect me to do something one way or another. So, pour nous. The chat is for patrons. Swedish, eh? I love Swedish music. You understand? That, you can be sure that I give a shit about that. Whoever visits my dive bar, I give a shit about. Because you visited my dive bar. I'm happy to have you here. The regulars, those are the patrons. If you operated a dive bar, or if you operated a coffee shop, or you operated a restaurant, and you had a bunch of regulars that you think is cool, you know it's cool because you've chosen them as much as they've chosen to hang out at your dive bar. They're patrons. That's the dream. To invite a bunch of people to come into your fucking dive bar so that they can take selfies and post them on Instagram, and when they come through, just to say, hey, look at me, I'm at this dive bar, but they don't even buy a drink, those people are a waste of your fucking time. They're a waste of your time. Those people get in the way of people who want to actually come up to the bar and order a drink. Fuck those people. You understand? You work for the people who support you. And I say this just in general. I don't say this just for me. Okay? A person's words don't mean shit. I love you, Sam. You're my favorite show. I think you're amazing, Sam. Are you a patron? No. Okay, well, you can't love me that much. You can't love the show that much. If you can't even fucking put up $2 a month for the show, $24 a year, what's your love worth? What's your love worth? It's worth something only so far as you can get it for free. The minute it is that you don't get it for free, it's worthless to you. The minute it is that I tell you, you know what, you got to pay for the drink that I just served you, and you get outraged, it's not worth that much. That drink is worth something to you only if it's free. Why the fuck would I base my formula on that? For people who don't give a shit. For people who are just here to hear doves. And can't understand why talking for an hour and 20 minutes is the show as well. It's not aside from the show. It is the fucking show. Why? That's the right formula? What do you think the fucking sausage maker does? What do you think the fucking media machine does for you? What do you think that's all about? The reason it is that people can fucking go to these streams and you get these millions upon millions of streams, you know why? Because people don't have to make a commitment to music anymore. You don't have to make a commitment to the fucking album. All you gotta do is fucking go search fucking Donda. And there you go. Free music. Free. 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 Go look for Drake. You'll find it for free. Go join Spotify. You can listen for a 30-second ad, but the rest is free. Okay. Doesn't work. I don't have enough international appeal. I don't have enough general appeal. I got way too much scaffolding to ever be successful based on the fucking free model, the slave model. Horror person, did you ever think that maybe I'm not pissed off at something? Maybe I'm just talking. Did you ever think that maybe the problem is that you come in here expecting something from me and I'm not able to deliver? Maybe I just don't have the personality for you. Maybe you don't like me. Did you ever think of that? I mean, did you ever think also that you're free to leave? I mean, what do I owe you exactly, horror person? I mean, you're not a patron. You're just some guy who came in who's complaining about the fact that I'm pissed off. What do I owe you? Please explain. How do you even feel comfortable talking about my fucking attitude in my house? How do you even feel comfortable? You got no skin in this whatsoever. See, that's the entire thing. I just want you to be happy. If you think that I'm unhappy, you absolutely don't fucking get it. You don't. And you don't get it. What is happy? Smiling all the time? Is that what happy is? Is laughing all the time happy? You can't be fucking angry, express anger, disappointment, shame. You can't express these things and still be happy? You think that that's not possible? I think that maybe you're the one who has the bad definition of what happy is, because I can tell you something without not a shred of a lie. I'm happier than I've ever been in my life. And when you say horror person, people who aren't patrons should be allowed too. You know what I would tell you? Get the fuck off my stream. Sam, you know what? You should open up your dive bar to people who want it for free. Go fuck yourself. Why should it be? Tell me. You know what it is that I'm realizing about you, horror person? That I don't like you. You have a lot of ideas of what should and shouldn't be. That's what tells me that I don't like you. Now, your ideas of what should and shouldn't be are good for you and your life. But who the fuck are you to come into my house tell me what should and shouldn't be? Who are you, horror? Do you realize how much I want you to get out of my fucking room? Do you realize how much I don't give a fuck about you? Then make the show private. How about you go fuck yourself? How about I don't know you shit? How about if I don't want to make it private? You realize what an asshole you are, horror? Do you realize this? Like, tell me which patronage it is, because what it is that I'd like to do, that's... Block him. Do me a favor, block him. What it is that I'm saying to you is, if you're a patron, can you do me a favor? Go to patreon.com, okay? And remove your patronage. I don't want your $2. Get out of my dive bar. So it's not that I'm angry. It's that I don't like you. Do you understand what I'm saying? I don't want you as my audience. That's what I'm saying to you. I think you're a douchebag.
Free drinks now!
You don't get to go into somebody's house and tell them how to behave and what they should do. You're a douchebag. You're a douchebag, horror. Like, if I met you and you were talking this way, I would dislike you on contact. And fair enough if you would feel the same way about me. But that, again, begs the question, why are you here? Why are you here? If you don't like it, why are you here? Do you not have enough fucking... Don't you have enough things, good things to do with your time? You're in my fucking house and you're telling me how things should be. Do you realize you're an asshole? And I promise that if you express yourself around other people, they're going to think you're an asshole too. And the ones who listen to you just talk the way you talk, and they still stick around, you know why? Because they're assholes. Assholes hang out with assholes. Assholes put up with bullshit. I don't put up with guys like you. Guys like you sicken me. Take your $2 and go fuck yourself. Was that angry enough for you? Like, I literally don't want your money. I don't want it. You're telling me that I should give it away for free. I'm going one step further, horror. I'm giving you your money back and telling you don't come back. I don't want it. I don't want you. That's what I'm telling you. You understand? And that's why, think about it. Do you want a restaurant full of guys like horror? Think about it. Keep working, bitch. Keep feeding into the slave economy. Guy comes in with the expectation of free and tells you how you should do things. The chat should be private. This should be that. Like, go fuck yourself. Like, go fuck yourself. Like, seriously. Can you imagine a room full of people like that? A room full of fucking Karens like that? People that are so fucking entitled that they come into your coffee shop, they don't buy a coffee, and they talk about how it is that the floors aren't clean. Think about it. If the world was filled, well, the world is filled with people like that. That's why it is that I don't want these people around. Horror. I know that your name, you're trying to make yourself sound like really tough and stuff like that, but there's another name for you, horror. There's another name for you, horror. There's a synonym for guys like you. You're a fucking Karen. You're a Karen, horror. You're one of those guys that goes and fucking asks for the manager. You're one of those. You're a bitch. You understand? You're one of those guys that goes there with a fucking, orders a tea bag and just asks for hot water so that you can fucking stay somewhere and plug in your MacBook and stay somewhere for 8 hours. I mean, you understand? You're a lower class of person for me. You don't meet my standard. I know that you say I'm angry, so obviously my anger tells you that I don't meet your standard. Again, it begs the question, do you have so little to do with your time that you wouldn't rather do something that makes you happy? Get out of here. That's it. Now, if you don't mind, I got to count my patrons. Is that okay for you? I'm going to count my new patrons. That's the thing, Sam. You should talk a little more straight. Tell people what you really think. I'll always tell people what I think, man. I mean, at least in my house. I'll keep my opinions to myself when it's not my house. Because I'm not in my house. But I'm over here. It's my show. I got to listen to this fucking guy who's got no skin in the game tell me how I should do things. That would make me a bigger loser than him. I'm so concerned with being accepted. I'm so fucking concerned with being everything to everybody. Mr. Smile. Mr. Pleasant. Can you fucking imagine what a dreadful experience it would be catering to a fucktard like that? That guy wouldn't piss on you if you were on fire. Do you know that? That person wouldn't do a single thing for you. You know how you know? Because all he's got to do is put $2 a month. That's it. All right. Let's count down these new patrons. We're going to get started soon. What, we're in a hurry? I told you, the entire point is that we get to hang out together. I mean, to me, that's the point. We'll get to Doves. You know? And you have to realize that the opposite is true, too. I don't want to fucking attract people who come here and they expect a car crash all the time. The expectation of a car crash. I hope he has a G.G. Allen moment. I don't want that either, because all of a sudden then when you know what, you're fucking stuck in a situation where everybody's expecting you to set your fucking head on fire, and that's what you got to do. Fuck off. How about I do exactly what I want? How about that? And how about you do the same thing? If you're here, you want to be here. If you don't want to be here, why are you here? 839 patrons. You see how it went, horror? Do you see how that happened? While you were busy bitching, I added 8 patrons to my fucking game. Do you see how that happened? Tell me something. What would I rather have? Would I rather have those 8 patrons or a bitch like you? Eh? You ever think of that? I mean, you ask yourself that question, horror. If you ran what I do, would you fucking handle a bitch like you? Would you think that a bitch like you was right? Exactly. You're a bitch, dude. You're a bitch. Understand that. You're a fucking Karen. You sicken me, horror. Your name is the edgiest part about you, horror. You understand? You're obvious. You're some young kid who grew up with the expectation of free. You're somebody who says he likes art but doesn't like art. He likes free. That's what he likes. That's what he likes. You like free. So go look for free. You understand? My record, you think it was free? How about the turntables? Are they free? The internet. It's high-speed internet. Fastest you can get. Right? It's fucking whatever that cable is called. It's not free. Maybe when the cable bill comes in, I should tell them, hey, you know what? This is an essential necessity over here. It's an essential utility. I think that internet should be free for everybody. That's what I should tell them, right? I should go there. I should take their service. I should consume their service. But when the bill comes due, I'm supposed to tell them that, you know what? It should be free. Horror. If I haven't made myself amply clear, you're a bitch. Do you know that you're a bitch? You're a bitch. You're a fucking Karen. Do you know that you're a Karen? You sicken me. Do you understand that I don't want you in my dive bar? My dive bar is too good for you. I would not waste my time. So why are you still talking about him? Because it makes me feel good. That's a horrible reason. Where's this new kid? We're going to say hello to somebody. Chat's for patrons, friends. I mean that. If you're a patron, then welcome to chat. Welcome to our community. Ricard. Where are you, Ricard? Pour nous, that's you, Ricard? Welcome, sir. You are patron 839, Superior Creatures. I thought it was you.
Hello, Superior Creature.
I thought it was you, Ricard. Put your name down as Pour nous on Patreon so that I know. Whatever it is that you want to reach me personally, you can reach me through that. I'll tell you now, Ricard, that the shows happen on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays in the middle of the afternoon, but the real part of the show doesn't concord with the fact that you live in Sweden. The show happens at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Those are the big shows, you know? I play all sorts of music then. Sometimes what it is that I do, though, is I take mushrooms and I just talk for 2 hours. That happens too. Can I ask you a question, Ricard? Why did you become a patron? I mean, you're a Doves fan. I saw because I saw you mention I saw you mention the Doves, right? So I know you're a fan. So I know you're here for that. But why? I have not played any music for an hour and a half. I've just talked for an hour and a half. But you're here. You know what I'm saying? You started with Radiohead and you liked what I had to say. Thank you. I appreciate it. A great many of you are here through Radiohead. We are all over TV. Chats for patrons. Go become a patron if you like what we do, man. I'm not saying that you have to like what we do, and maybe you don't. Maybe you like it for free. I'm okay with you liking it for free, but chats for patrons. So I'm leaving the decision up to you. I'm not telling you you have to do anything. I'm playing Doves. I mean, it's right in front of you, dude. Look, right in front of you. Old man listens to Doves. Some cities, what? You can't see the fucking picture? Chats for patrons. That's it. Not subscribers, patrons. Go to patreon.com/vinyljunkies. Become a patron. If you like it. If you like it. If you don't like it, then take it for free. No problem. But chats for patrons. If you're going to start telling me on how I'm supposed to do things, then please feel free to say it so that I can block your very next comment. And then we're good. Whatever it is that you feel should be, I think that you should spend your life making that happen. Don't worry about me doing it the way you think it should be. I'll do it the way I think it should be. You worry about your life and do it the way you think it should be. Does that make sense? These fucking Karens. Will we find patron number 840? Maybe. I hope so. Because when you find the ones that understand it, the ones who want to be here, the ones who dig it, you know those people? Those people are with you. Those people absolutely understand the charm of the fucking, of the dive bar. And they're going to stay. Those are the people that you fucking build your community with. I built it with all of you. And you wind up caring about those people too, man. You do wind up caring about those people. Because you know them. Because you know that they're part of your community. You know that they like what you do enough to be a patron of it. And you work tirelessly for those people. I think about you people regularly. You know this. Gabagool is here. What, you think I don't think about you, Gobs? I think about you all the fucking time. You're my girl. We were talking about you just before we turned on the camera, as a matter of fact. We were saying, I hope that Gob sees that we're doing Doves. I know she loves them. Just earlier. You want to see the fucking people because you know you're going to have a good time with them. So we are Oliver. Once again, become a patron or respect the fact that chat is for patrons. That's it. Take it for free if you want, Oliver. I'm good with this. Okay? But just respect the rules. Chat's for patrons. That's it. If you can stay up at night pour nous, the shows are good at night. They're fucking good. It's going to be late night radio for you, though. I'm not sure if you're a night owl, but if you're a night owl and you like listening to late night radio, and I used to be like that as like when in my 20s for sure. I used to work like when I was in university, work on my papers and stuff like that. At 2, 3 o'clock in the morning, I'd be listening to college radio and that kind of thing. That vibe's going to be there. You know? I'm quite proud of what it is that we've built. It's fucking awesome. You guys are awesome. Like, you guys are awesome. You have no idea how much I love just hanging out with you. Well, if you're a night person pour nous, I'm saying it to you. And the reason I'm spending this much time is just because we appreciate you. Because we do genuinely want to get to know you. 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time is, I think, 2 a.m., maybe 1 a.m. there. 1:30 a.m. your time, yeah. But, you might like it. Tune in. We'll remember who you are. We'll be here tonight. Sam. During this entire time, I'm trying to wake up. Now I'm probably awake. I'm going to ask my wife to make me another coffee. I don't know if she's up or not. Andre! Andre! Can I have another coffee, please? All right, we got coffee coming. Have any of you seen the new vinyl movie? The movie Records? The movie Records came out I'm on it. I'm in the movie twice. We're going to try to do some kind of group viewing. I'm not sure how that's going to work. Still talking about it. We'll poll him, though. Dear sweet Mrs. Dre. Yeah. It's funny. My wife gets called a saint a lot. She gets called a saint. Can I tell you what you should do, Purple Haze? If you're in Canada, if you're not in Canada, you need to have a VPN. Okay, because it's available only in Canada. You need to have a VPN. Put your VPN to a Canadian IP address. Go to tvo.org. And you can watch it for free. But you can't watch it in the States yet. Oh, so damn good. Make sure you put some Baileys in it. I want Baileys. Thank you. That was my daughter. See, that's good parenting. Telling your 15-year-old dad, hey, you know what? Can you put a shot of alcohol in my morning coffee? Put some booze in my coffee. Hey, Sophia, put booze in my coffee. You're an awesome fucking father. Dad of the year. Yeah, I know. Don't worry about what kind of a dad I am. I work harder than you do. Worry about you. You bitch. We ready for this? Every time I come, you're always angry, Sam. You're always angry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry I don't meet your expectations. I'll try harder, sir. Can I have $2 a month? You seem interested in my community. Oh, no, I think it should be free for everyone. Fuck you, sir. You gotta love those people that they have advice on what it is that you should do with your life. It's the best. All right, guys. I'm ready to start, man. Looking forward to this. The edible has kicked in. Just a 20 milligram gummy, nothing big. I'm about to have my third cup of coffee. I mean, technically speaking, I guess that means that I've had 3 drinks already. Or I will have had 3 drinks, but I don't think I've ever met the person who's gotten drunk on Bailey's, man. You know what I'm saying? All right. Besides, it's a Christmas tradition for me. Get a bottle of Bailey's and fucking drink my December coffee, my Christmas coffee with Bailey's. Motherfucker. Yeah, you see? Zen is around 3 cups of coffee and an edible. You got it. Dude, you understand perfectly. That's why it is I'm about to pack my bowl. And I'm fully awake and feeling great. The revolution will not be televised. Are you a patron? You know the deal. Chats for patrons. Are you a patron? You understand? I'm okay with you not being a patron. But chats for patrons. I need you to respect that. You know, it should be for everybody. No. No. It shouldn't be for everybody. It shouldn't be for everybody. I should choose to talk to whoever the fuck I want to talk to. And I want to talk to people who like the show enough to support it. I don't want to talk to people who just come by and think everything is free. I don't want to talk to those people. So you don't need to apologize. I'm not throwing you out, dude. I'm okay with you listening to the show. I hope you enjoy it, as a matter of fact. I do. I mean that. But chats for patrons. That's it. At one point or another, you might decide, you know what? Sounds like something that's cool. And you'll want to do it. Until you reach that conclusion for yourself, I'm okay with you not doing it. I'm okay with giving it to you for free. So listen all you want, Revolution. I know who Gil Scott Heron is. Listen all you want. And if you find that the Revolution will put you in the driver's seat, then what you're going to do is you're going to become a patron. And if not, you're going to move on. And that's okay. Let me do this music thing, okay? You can think on it. You can think on it. Is this worth $2 a month or not? Maybe not. Some people actually pay for the entire fucking year. They just get rid of it for the whole year. $24 a year. Whoop-de shit. Other people think it's crazy. We'll see. I got my coffee coming, so I'm going to pack my bowl, and happy to have all of you here. Listen to me. Do you enjoy what I do? If you enjoy what I do, tip the house. Do you have to tip the house? No. But what I like about tipping the house is that anybody that tips, even so much as $1, you see it come up across the screen. There is no fucking shame in tipping even $1. None. If that's what you have. Your tips keep the show going. So let's keep the show going. Would you buy me a coffee? Simple as that. Would you buy me a coffee? The cheap one. The $1 coffee. Assume that they're selling coffee for 99 cents at McDonald's. Would you buy me a $1 coffee? Use the link and buy me that coffee. Would you smoke me on a joint? Use that link. $4.20. And if you can't do it, then enjoy the fucking show. Nah, I'm not congested. I'm doing good, man. I got a bit of snot. Other than that, I'm good. I'm ready to start the music, friend. Happy you're here, Rip. You know that, right? I give Rip Snort so much shit. But ultimately, I really like him. Ultimately, I really like all of you. I think by now we've spent enough days together that you believe that. 637, 638 straight days today. That's another thing that you new people should know. Today is 638 straight days of broadcast. I haven't taken a single day off during this entire COVID nightmare. I have worked every single day of the COVID period since last March. Not this March that just passed, the March before that. So, you'll need to forgive me if I don't give a fuck about people who come in, aren't a part of it, and tell you what you should and shouldn't do. I've been here 638 days. I put my blood, sweat, and tears in this. How long have you been here to tell me how I should do it? How long again? Exactly. Get in your minivan, Karen. Get the fuck out of my channel. My wife is here. Andre, can you do something for me?
I think I bought you drugs.
Tabarnak. Andre, can you do something for me?
No, I'm busy.
Give me a kiss.
No.
I want a kiss. Come here, Andre. Come and get the mug. I'm done. Just give me a kiss.
No.
A kiss, Andre. People don't believe that I love you.
Give me the mug.
I spet. Wait, no, here. I got it. Here. Come and get it.
No.
What does he need? Come and give me a kiss. I need a kiss. Just a kiss. She hates me. Fucking hey, go away. See? That's why I need you guys, because my wife doesn't love me. My family. The fucking shit that they gotta deal with. God bless her. God bless my fucking wife. God bless her. She gets me. Even when she doesn't get me, she gets me. I've been like this since forever. She gets me. It's good. It's important to be with somebody that understands you. That doesn't try to mold you into what they want. That allows you to be the weirdo that you are. I like the weirdos. I do. I fucking like the weirdos a lot, a lot. Think about all my favorite people, all weirdos. You know? You know that you're out of your fucking tree, for example, Gabagool. You know that, right? Pale Companion. Thanks, dude. Much appreciated. I mean this. You know you're out of your mind, but I like it. Yeah, my wife gets me. It's important. Once you find that person that gets you, once you surround yourself with people that get you, understand you, and just accept you for what you are, whatever it is, good, bad, and ugly, you'd be surprised how zen things get. Just, you stop worrying. That's me. You had a song request for me to sing a cappella, but I cut you off. Yeah. I do that, dude. Oh my god. Fuck, I gotta start. You see that gut? I haven't lost it yet. All right. I think I might do a bit of exercise. Let's listen to some music. What do you say? Let's listen to some music. We'll say hello to new patrons at the break. If there are any. If there aren't, oh well, it's us. We got our new friend. Our new Swedish friend. We're happy to have him. Porno, exactly. I'm finally gonna play the music, dude. I stopped talking. Nearly 2 hours in. I'm happy. We're all happy you're here, dude. Side 1, smoke 'em if you got 'em. I gotta pack a bowl. Catchy. The second tune was rather catchy. I enjoy it. I mean, I feel connected to this too simply because we do know Andy. He's a good guy. He's a humble guy. I like him. You know? I respect that people can't necessarily come on. They're doing things. I got no problems with any of that. But it's nice to know that he's a friend of the show. It sounds great. That's for sure. The vinyl sounds exactly the way it's supposed to, so we got that. Yes, Jimmy is suffering from mental health issues. Godspeed, man. I know what it is. All right. Listen to side 2. When did this record come out? Heavenly Recordings, by the way, yeah, like I said, very, very nice pressing. I enjoy it. 2004. I'm going to enjoy this coffee. Coolest thing in the world, man. Tiangua, are you out there? Fucking Tiangua. I get a message yesterday. Like, I get all my shipping alerts. I got all my shipping fucking set up because I get packages every day, pretty much. And I know when it's records, I know when it's that kind of stuff. But then all of a sudden I get this package. What the fuck is this? Something about specialty beverages or whatever. And I figure, it's like, wait a second, specialty beverages. Is there somebody who's sending me a CBD drink or something? What the hell's going on? Like, I had no idea. What do I get in the mail? Black and Bold Coffee. Specialty coffee meets community impact. Black and Bold was born to assist disadvantaged domestic youth while defying their odds in pursuit of living their best lives. In turn, creating a better future for us all. Therefore, 5% of all profits are contributed to initiatives across the U.S. that further this imperative. Coffee from Des Moines, Iowa. I'm not really sure what the deal is, but Tiangua is behind this. Jordan, thanks for sending coffee, man. A most unexpected surprise. I'll absolutely be drinking this coffee during the holidays. All right. Why don't we get to side 2? Still have to pack a bowl, so I'm going to grab a seat for a little bit and pack a bowl. If you like what we do, folks, be a part of what we do. In other words, chat is for patrons. You like it, then become a part of what it is that you like. Simple as that. If you want to be a part of it, then be a part of it. Become a patron for as little as $2 or $5 a month at patreon.com/vinyljunkies. Will we find patron number 840? Hopefully. We've been doing pretty good with that, haven't we? 840, where are you? Step up. We're going to listen to side 2 while that happens. I'm going to pack this bowl. Have a smoke. Keep drinking my coffee and keep exercising. Yeah, I exercise while completely high, yes. You see? Smoke 'em if you got 'em. That was nice. The drum beat on that reminded me of Sunday Bloody Sunday. The vocals sometimes remind me of the band The Mission. And yeah, at points I caught Radiohead as well. Definitely. I will admit to not understanding the very close connection that people feel to Radiohead and their music. I'm not connected that way. It's but it's there. I mean, it's very obviously there, but it's still something that I don't get. You know? There's commitment there, you know? All right. We're going to listen to side 3. I do not know the Brian Jonestown Massacre other than by name. There are so many artists that I don't know. Like, imagine, and I'm listening to music all day long. And there's still so much stuff that I haven't come across. I look forward to just playing my records tonight. Oh, that's what I want to do. Yeah, I can catch that whole Stone Roses thing too, although I'm not as familiar with Stone Roses. Very UK, that's for sure. You catch that pretty immediately. Nostalgia, eh? Nostalgia seems to be the thing. But still, I don't know, that's kind of doesn't even seem to make sense for me because there are lots of young Radiohead fans also. Like, it's one of those bands that just, like, they stuck around. Like Pink Floyd. You know? I don't get it. Doesn't matter though, right? Do I have to get it? I certainly observe it. I certainly acknowledge it. I certainly don't think that Radiohead fans are wrong. If that's the way you feel, then that's the way you feel. Yeah, you see, you guys talking about geniuses, that I don't get at all. Like, I don't understand that at all. But doesn't really matter, man, because there's no right or wrong. You're not wrong. Yeah, you start talking about talk, that I like. I like talk. Greg J, are you a patron? I do like talk. I gotta thank Drive-By Trucker, actually, for really pushing on talk, like big time. He sent Garden of Eden and Spirit of Eden, and I forgot what other one. He sent a couple of talk records and pushed for them. And I'm glad he did, because I really like it. Beyond Life's What You Make It, which is a great tune, of course. Last week, eh, Greg? Why don't we do this third side here? I think I'm ready for it. We found a little bit of a groove. Hey, you guys want to know what we're doing next week? Anybody interested in knowing what next week's old mans are? I've listened to Johnny Greenwood scores. I have Johnny Greenwood scores. I still don't get it. I got Tom York's solo records. So, I mean, I like it. I hear plenty of Radiohead. You guys request it all the time. So I hear a lot of it. And I like it. Just fine. Listen to me. I don't do requests in the middle of the afternoon. I do requests at night. Trouts. Tune in tonight. I'll play Moondog. I love Moondog. I got a Moondog 78. Do you understand? I got a Moondog biography. I love Moondog. But requests are for nighttime. Right now, I'm trying to wake up. You understand? I'm trying to enjoy my smoke, my first smoke of the day. I'm trying to enjoy my coffee. Do you understand, Trouts? I know it's all good. I'm just fucking sticking it to you a little bit, that's all. Because I know that I can. You guys really don't believe that I fucking like you that as much as I do? I like you as much as I do, man. Are you kidding? I see the same names over and over again. And the names are always associated to good times. How do you think that you'd feel about it? I mean, I'm pretty sure that that's the way you feel about each other, too. It's good times, man. You know, I love you guys. When you're not around, I know you're not around. When you come back, it makes me really happy. And when there's new people that come in, that makes me happy too. And if I don't know you right now and I say, hey, are you a patron? And you really are, kind of thing, I'm going to get to know you. As I see you. Dive bar, right? I know the regulars. Kabish. Zoom is always open to all patrons too, always. All right, listen to me now. If you like what we do, become a patron. Patreon.com/VinylJunkies. You can become a patron for as little as $2 or $5 a month. Patreon.com/VinylJunkies. Will we find patron number 840? Maybe. I mean, we will eventually. Maybe today. You want to find the right ones, only the right ones. The ones that get it. The ones who understand it and feel a comfort here. The ones who feel a kinship. The ones who like the music and like it for what it is. Don't complain about what it's not. They like it for what it is. Those are the people you want as your patrons. Those are the people that you want to be patrons of your dive bar. So I'm proud to have you. I'm proud to serve you. I'm proud to spend time with you. I spent time with fucking nobody. I spent time with you, though. Can you fucking imagine if I didn't like the people that are in this room? How miserable it would be? Even a job of playing music. That's why I don't want to do fucking wedding parties or that shit. I won't do any of that. Can only imagine people fucking coming in. Hey, can you play this song? Can you play that song? It would make me absolutely batshit fucking crazy. Pay me. All right. Let's listen to side 3. It's been a good afternoon, man. Next week. I got to show you next week. Okay. We ready? This is what next week looks like. On Monday, it's going to be a live show, An Old Man After Dark. Carole King Tapestry. I know I said I was going to do it last week, but I'm doing it this week. That's a good Monday record. That's a perfect Monday record. Wednesday is the RERUN, Arcade Fire, The Suburbs. I did that quite a while ago. And on Friday, yes, it should be a surprise, more Lana. Why? Because I have it here. Am I buying any more Lana? No. I have it here, so I'll do it. Because the idea of playing records I don't know is starting to dry up. So I'm going to have to start thinking about playing records that I do know, that I really like. You know what I'm saying? So that's what your week looks like. On Friday, Lana Del Rey. You almost hope that the fucking algorithm doesn't get hit. Can you imagine having to deal with an entire fucking room full of Lana Del Rey fans? It'll be Friday. You guys will be here. We'll get through it together. All right, folks. Side 3. I hope this finds you well. Banjo's upstairs fucking howling like crazy. I don't know what the hell's going on. He's crying about something. He cries about everything. Am I going to do Christmas music? Like, where are you? The fucking mall? What do I look like to you, mall Santa? Shrouts, ma, what the fuck is wrong with you? On the one hand, you ask for Moondog. On the other hand, you want fucking Santa Claus music. Like, what's the issue here? All right. Side 3. Smoke 'em if you got 'em. Lovely. I dig it. The mood certainly got more somber when you compare it to side 1. Please realize that this is not a bad thing. I'm just enjoying spending the Friday with you, you know? Getting my steps in, getting some exercise in, and preparing for a busy day. That's the sound of the police. So what I'm going to do is I will start side 4, but we're eventually going to get a, what's it called, a copyright warning on YouTube. When that happens, I'm going to be turning off YouTube and going only to Twitch. Copy? Motherfucker.
That's the sound of the police!
Wu-Tang, motherfucker! Have you enjoyed yourselves? We got an entire side here, you know. If you like what we do, be a part of what we do, become a patron. Patreon.com/Vinyl Junkies. Go become a patron. You'll be patron number 840. And that will be a special number. You know why? Because it'll be you. And you're special. You're very, very special. Everything is special. Everything is special. Everyone's a winner. Everyone. Bargains galore. Something for the little ladies. Yeah, something for the little ladies. All right. What are we going to do? Let's play some music. Did we get... the copyright popo is gone for now. The next time you hear it, though, I'm going to probably have to turn the fucking thing down. I'll see. All right. Let's go. Side 4. Doves. Got some guy calling me a fat man. Motherfucker, I just lost 50 pounds in 4 or 5 months. What have you done, you bitch? Stream finished, eh? We shut it down? Okay, we shut it down. Alright. Why don't we listen to side 4? It's been good up to now. Getting my time in. Some dude on YouTube. Hey, fat man, can you do this Death Grips record? I mean, I'm still fat. Look at that. Look at this gut. Look at this fucking gut. You think I'm done? I'm not fucking done. I'm not done, man. But you see, I'm not bothered by that. Not at all. I do my fucking thing. I tends to my garden. I don't worry about what other people have to say. I've worked 638 straight motherfucking days. That's mine. That's mine, motherfucker. Nobody can take that from me. I show up every day. All right. Gonna keep going here. Let's do this side 4. Yeah, this is side 4. What I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna wait for, oh, wait a second. We got rid of the message, right? Okay, so we're good to go. Here's your last song on the Doves record. I'm going to try something I never did before. We can call this the end of the show. You can cut the show right here.